Hello, this is just a quick review for Marvel Heroes Omega or Omega, depends how you want to pronounce it. But basically, it's an over-the-head kind of button basher where you'll know exactly the kind of game it is when it starts. It's free to play this month. It's free to download. It's the full game as well. So you know it's massive. I don't know if the game file's huge. I don't think the game file's actually that big, so you won't have to have. I think it's about 6 or 7 gig. You don't need that much on your hard drive. But it's basically, it's like the games they've brought out before. They've brought out a few X-Men games which are very similar to this, where you get to command a team, and you can choose on the fly who you want to be, to tackle the problems, use people with different skills and shit. But they've went one step further on this, where they've give you a massive roster, absolutely huge, and also you can collect stuff like gloves and belts and armor and stuff, so you can customize your hero, and obviously use the different abilities that the gloves give you. Might give you an extra 2 hits on your, like an extra 2 points on your attack and power and shit like that. This is the gameplay here. I'm Iceman because he's my favourite character. And when you're playing the story mode, you get like to fight well-known Marvel villains as well, which is good, like Venom and Shocker, and Ultron. You know, like just the people who are obviously in the Marvel universe. But this is basically the gameplay. If you can see in your bottom left here, you've got the buttons that correlate which powers you want to use, and if you hold L2, it opens up like more buttons to use. You can change your view as well, like what I'm doing now, which is good. But what I didn't like about it is that there isn't much like guidance. It tells you what you've got to do, but there's no arrow on the screen really telling you where to go. You've got to read the mission log and the objective, and it tells you a little hint at the bottom of the screen of like where you need to go. So I was just flipping through all the characters here, trying out all the different moves: square, circle, X. That's circle. Circle's evade. You've got square and X. X is like your normal hit, your normal combos. You can just hold it there, like hold it down. You don't need to tap it. You just hold X, or you press square or whatever. So this is Ant-Man, you know, and he gets different combos. And everybody starts off in level 1, obviously, and the more you fight, you build it up, and the more enemies you defeat, you find, like I say, boots, gloves, belts, shit like that, which you can equip yourself. So you've got a massive roster. I mean, if you look at the people there, there's Blade, Ghost Rider, Colossus, the Iron Fist, Doctor Strange, like I say, you've got Ant-Man, you've got Beast. Just the amount of like outside the box kind of roster characters that you get is good. It's not just the usual Spider-Man, Captain America, all that shit, Wolverine. I mean, they're in it, but look, here's Blade. You know what I mean? So it's nice to see that they've incorporated all the roster from Marvel, or a very large chunk of it. So I'm happy with that. And like I say, you can craft your own things, like you collect cloth and stuff like that, and then you can create your own stuff. If you go back to the Avengers HQ, then you can sell it to the vendors and you can make money, which then you can spend on either crafting your own stuff or buying stuff. You know, so it's massive, the game. They've really opened it up. Not only can you craft your own stuff, but you can create your own you can collect certain items of clothing and stuff like that to give you boosts, plus you can craft stuff. So it's massive, like it's really deep. Gambit, look, he's a class character. So I can see the gameplay would be getting there, but for me it's the wrong kind of game. They've invested all this class ideas and roster and everything into a really shit game, I think. I mean, there's nothing. These kind of games are years old. Like, they were good 10-15 years ago, but they're still bringing them out for the new generation PlayStation. I just hope some new ideas and some original ideas drop at E3, which is happening in June, I think. But back to this, I mean, it just reminds me of a kid's game. It's not that hard. They've put a lot of effort into the graphics and how deep the game is, but as far as gameplay goes, it's like just go here, beat this person, like mash your pad until he's dead, then come back, go to here, go and buy this, it's a very simple, basic kind of gameplay, which puts me off a bit. But I just love the theme or the skin that it's got. It's the Marvel Universe, so it's really good. If it was just some generic, like, elves, dwarves, and warrior kind of game, it's like, I would be bored to death. The fact it's Marvel, like, elevates it above the rest for me a little bit. But apart from that, then that's about it. I mean, that's all it's got going for it because of its gameplay. It's very limited. Obviously, the higher your character gets, the more moves and that you're going to get, the harder the enemies will be to kill. They'll just get more damage points per health bar, so it'll take you longer to grind it to get them down. But a lot of people are playing. I mean, I've seen a guy, I'm on level 1, I've seen a guy who was on level 60 running around before. So, you know, people are obviously hammering it and just getting far as they can. But if you like the look of it and you like Marvel, or even if you don't like Marvel, you might still want to play. But it's free to download, like I say, so you may as well go and try it. So, that's it. See you later.
Heads up, people. This is Nick Fury, Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've called you here because...
You are a smelly pirate hooker.